When I first started freelancing, I planted that little freelance seed hoping for any type of client, any amount of money to get this plan sprouting and showing any sign of life. Then as my freelance plan grew and grew and grew and grew, every time I said yes to a new client, a new project, a new task, I thought, okay, perfect, because any growth is good growth for any business, right? Wrong. Somewhere along the way, my little freelance seed grew and grew and grew to become this absolutely out of control wild plant. I couldn't tame it. I couldn't even keep track of it anymore, and it left me feeling super stuck, confused, and unsure of what to do next as a freelancer. I knew I wasn't reaching the goals that I wanted to reach in terms of income, in terms of freedom, in terms of my own personal development, but I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing about that. I didn't know how to bridge that gap to where I wanted to go. So if you've got an out of control freelance plan that's leaving you stuck and confused on next steps, welcome. In this video, let's talk about the 4 reasons why you are feeling stuck in your freelance business and not scaling your client base, your cash flow, your reputation, your personal development as fast as you would like. Hey, my name is Dea, freelancer, digital business manager, and most recently entrepreneur. And as always, you can find sections on the play bar below. If you want to skip to a certain part of the video, your time is precious. Take what you need. If you want to watch this on 2x, please feel free to do so. I won't be offended. Okay, let's dive in. Essentially, what it really comes down to is we want to prune this unruly plant that we have created. We want to streamline, simplify, get focused on what you truly want in your freelance career, short-term, long-term, and help you grow harder, better, faster, stronger. And to do that, we want to stop making these 4 mistakes. The first mistake is having no long-term clarity for your freelance business. Long-term clarity is the soil of our freelance plan. There's going to be a lot of plant analogies in this video if that wasn't obvious by now. Our plant needs to have a really good foundation to know which way to grow and what the point of all of this is. Why are we doing this freelancing stuff? Where do we want this all to go? We need to know what we want. So you need to assess your current freelance situation and answer these 3 questions. Highly recommend grabbing a piece of paper or opening up a notes document if you're fancy, and work through these 3 cues with me. So the first one is, what do you want realistically, honestly, with yourself, just between you, yourself, and I, out of this business long term? Is it freedom, work-life balance, just a way to pay the bills, which is fine, passion? Jot some stuff down of what you ultimately want or why you even started freelancing in the first place. And alongside this first question, ask yourself, what do you genuinely enjoy currently in your freelance career? What aspect of it gets you into a state of flow and makes you excited? Is it execution, planning, strategy? Is it learning? Is it exercising a certain type of skill? Jot some stuff down, and this might be one of those things where you keep this notes document open over the coming week and you just add stuff as they occur to you. The second question to ask is, what is currently going on in your business? What is most frustrating? How can it potentially be fixed? What feels tiresome? What feels unbearable? Write some stuff down of what is really draining your energy, your time, and you feel like needs to be fixed probably because it's not going to work out in the long run. Which brings me to my next question. What do you need to make this sustainable for yourself long term? AKA, what do you need for this freelancing thing to work out for you in the coming 3-5 years? What do you need to be able to do this for as long as you would like? And these answers might vary depending on who you are and what's draining to you and what's energizing to you. But personally, just as examples, the 3 things I personally needed to make freelancing sustainable were 1, boundaries. I needed to make sure I was protecting my energy. 2, I needed to build community and a network of friendships so that I knew I was alongside others who were struggling with me too, riding the ups and downs with me, so really finding my people. And 3rd is creating systems. Everything is chaotic if you don't have workflows and systems, and I knew that I needed systems to ensure that I was not burning myself out in the long run. So those are 3 things that I needed as an example to ensure that freelancing was sustainable for me in the long run. So I would have a think about, how can I make this sustainable? What to me, and in your gut most of the time, you know what is not sustainable in your business, right? You know that working at 11 p.m. on a Saturday over and over and over is not doing you good. So write down some of those things so that we can start to be aware of them and we can start to adjust them one by one. The biggest issue I see when it comes to long-term clarity for freelancers is that there's no picture, no clarity of what 1, 2, or 3 years down the line even looks like. And when there's no picture, there's no focus. There's no direction. We don't know where we're going, right? And no focus is detrimental to not just a freelance business, really any business, because if you grow 20 branches in 20 directions, each branch only gets 1/20th of the total nutrients, right? Then each branch only grows a little. You've got yourself something short and wide, like a miscellaneous bush. But if you focus and you only grow 2 branches in 2 directions, each branch gets way more nutrients and can grow much further and become like a big, awesome tree. So that's just something to keep in mind. When we have that picture, when we have that direction, we know what to focus on, and we can kind of prune everything else, get rid of everything else, and put blinders on and really just go after what we were after. And we can get there so much faster. And to find that focus, you have to ask yourself honestly those 3 questions. Write them down, journal on them, get clear on them. Don't just listen to this video and be like, okay, whatever. Write those questions down and really think on them, because I promise they'll make a huge difference in clarity for your business, which of course turns into profit for your business. All right, the next biggest mistake is no crystal clear clarity on clients. That's a tongue twister. Clients are the nutrients of our plant. Not all plants need the same nutrients like cobalt, sodium, zinc, iron, just like not all freelance businesses need the same types of clients. I have learned a lot about plant growth in preparation for this video. Watch someone in the comments be like, actually, all plants need the primary macronutrients. Just let me be, let this slide. I need this analogy to work. So clarity on our clients means we want to get clear on which clients we want in our business and which we don't. And we need to stop saying yes to everything, aka having no boundaries, aka having no filter for clients, aka spreading ourselves too thin. It means creating options for yourself and leverage, aka applying to jobs even when you're fully booked, aka networking even when you don't need clients, aka setting up a referral scheme. And it means letting go of clients you know you should let go of. When I say the phrase, clients you know you should let go of, if a client just popped into your mind, that's your inner wisdom saying, yep, told you. And I know it's scary to let clients go. I know firsthand, trust me, I'm very risk averse, but I promise when you let clients that aren't serving you anymore go, everything feels lighter, everything falls into place. Mistake number 3 is lack of clarity on your offers and services. Your offers and services are the berries, the flowers, the fruits of your plant. They are what you offer up to clients and say, please take, it's awesome. And you need to be clear if you are a berry bush or an apple tree. You need to be clear on what you offer, not just for yourself, but also for clients, for messaging, for sales, all that good stuff. So some questions to think on are, what is your elevator pitch for your offers? Do you have a quick and snappy way to share what you do in a clear, concise way? And the best way to test this is to pitch your service to somebody who has no clue what you do, like your grandmother or your aunt who is on Facebook or something like that. Because then you can quickly see, okay, what are they getting confused by? And how can I make sure I am streamlining the part of my elevator pitch that is tripping people up? Second question is, do you do too much? Is it overwhelming for potential clients to understand what exactly it is that you do? Do they get, if I could snap, I would, what you do immediately? Your service offering needs to be simple. Way too often freelancers have too much going on, so prune your plan. You gotta tame it, get clear. Be a berry bush. It doesn't mean you only offer one berry. You can offer lots of berries. It's just that your niche is berries, right? You're not offering berries and like a papaya and like a mango and like a fig, you know, that doesn't really make sense on the same tree. If a client needs a berry, they know they can go to your berry bush and they can get all the berries that they want. And they know that if they need a papaya plant, they can go to a papaya tree if that's what they grow on. And third question is, do you truly understand the core desire or pain point that your service really solves? So sometimes let's pretend I talk to a copywriter and I'm like, oh, what do you do? They're like, oh, I write copy for clients. I'm like, oh, awesome. And we're trying to talk through this like core desire, core pain point that the service really solves. And they're like, well, I write copy so that they don't have to write the copy. But that's not the core desire pain point, right? We want to dig deeper than that. We want to essentially do something like, I write copy for my clients so that they can ... they can increase conversions on their sales page, so that they can increase the amount of sales they're bringing into their business, so that they can work fewer hours in their business, so that they can get back to their life and do what truly matters to them, which is spend time with their family or friends or something. You really want to make sure you are always digging deeper and deeper and deeper to truly understand your person and why your service is so invaluable to them. And you can only do that if you dig deep enough to get to that core desire or pain point that you solve for them. So if you'd like a quick exercise, I would make a big list of everything you offer right now and begin pruning. So what do you hate doing? Prune that. What takes up tons of energy and isn't a very profitable service? Prune that. And now, what are clients always demanding from you? Add those things. What do you see is up and coming in your field? Add those things. Finally, the last mistake is lack of clarity on you, on your value, on who you are, your unique selling proposition. And I know you're on the edge of your chair asking, Dea, What part of the plant am I? So I ask you, what do you think? Tell me in the comments what part of the plant you are as the freelancer in your business and why. But to get clarity on you, you need to answer why you, right? Sit down and make a list. Really take that time and make that list. Sometimes we think we know why we're awesome in our head. We have a miscellaneous thing like, oh, I'm really good at puzzles, or I'm really good at petting cats. I'm a cat whisperer, stuff like that. I want you to sit down and make a list for your business, why somebody should work with you. Make a list of everything you bring to the table, big and small. Nothing is too small. Technical skill sets, soft skills, everything. So are you a great problem solver? Great communicator, super good at proofreading, really good at programming, stellar at project planning, tons of experience in dog training. Make that list of relevant things to your freelance services and tape it somewhere you can see it. And my biggest tip here is hone those soft skills. I hear all the time, Day, I don't have any experience. What should I do as a freelancer? Day, I don't have a technical skill to offer. What now? Offer soft skills. Offer soft skills and your time. That is what I did when I first started with zero experience as a freelancer. I offered my time and my soft skills of problem solving, figuring things out, being a good communicator, organization. And slowly I used that to gain experience. And I have an entire video that shares the non-negotiable soft skills you have to have as a freelancer to get fully booked out. You can watch that. I'll link it in the top right corner, which I'm pretty sure is here. And assess yourself honestly, right? Very honestly on these soft skills. Get good at them. It'll grow your value tremendously as a freelancer. If you get clear on these 4 things, I promise you will start to prune that plant, start to get that plant back to where it needs to go, on track with the direction so that it can grow to whatever heights you want to take it to. Now, if you want to know the 7 reasons you're not making more money and hitting your income goals as a freelancer, click here. Good money tips here to help you scale your income now that you're getting unstuck. You got to get that plant growing, and the best way to do that is profit. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye!